Greg Louganis was climbing to the top of the diving world before he ever arrived at the University of Miami. According to former UM diving coach Tom Gompf, Greg was a true diving prodigy.
The name Greg Louganis came on the scene when he was about 10 years old. I first saw him my first year coaching here at University of Miami. He would have been a recruit for college then if he was old enough. He showed that much promise.
16-year-old Greg Louganis has won the men's 3-meter springboard competition.
Greg burst upon the national scene in 1976, taking a silver medal in the Montreal Olympics. Gompf then recruited him to the Hurricanes.
Once we got Greg here, I think he fell in love with the campus, our wonderful student union pool there outside certainly appealed to him, being from California.
Gompf was succeeded as UM diving coach by Steve McFarland, who presided as Louganis dove to 3 NCAA championships and was twice named All-American. McFarland says,
as a coach, naturally, it was the highlight of my career to coach Greg Louganis. It gave me the confidence, really, to coach great divers and to build a successful program along with all of the help from Coach Tom Gompf and Bill Diaz. Talent really follows talent. Any coach knows that. And he helped very much to make our program what it really is today. People like Tim O'Brien, NCAA All-American, and Lenny Leyland, NCAA All-American, followed Greg to the University of Miami and certainly added to the quality and the legitimacy of our program. He helped make it what it is today, and for that, we owe him a great deal of thanks.
But Greg Louganis will be remembered for his legendary performances in the Olympic Games.
Greg's toughest dive, reverse 3.5. It doesn't look too tough when Greg does it.
In Los Angeles in 1984 and in Seoul in 1988, he won both the 3-meter and 10-meter events, the only man ever to win back-to-back titles in Olympic competition. The coach by his side in both of those games was Ron O'Brien.
His ability to put power and grace together was just tremendous. He did tremendously hard dives and made them look like he was almost floating in air. He created an appearance of actually dance and ballet in midair from a springboard, which nobody else has been able to do.
But the most enduring memory of Greg Louganis may be this one, hitting his head on the 3-meter board in Seoul, only to come back to win the gold. Tom Gompf was there, but not as a coach.
I was sitting in a judge's chair. I was actually judging that contest, and I almost did a backflip right out of the chair. We were sitting up on a little platform, and I almost fell right off, and of course my natural urge was to run over and see if he was all right. I just couldn't do it because I was judging the event.
He had a gash in his head about an inch and a half long. The doctors came and checked him out and sewed his scalp while I was checking the scoreboard and watching what was going on and seeing how much time he had. And he came back on his next dive, which was the same type of dive, and he not only did a good one, he did the best dive that was done in the 2 days of the competition on the springboard.
He came back, dove like a champ. In fact, 30 minutes after he hit his head, he came up, and the next dive he did, I think I gave him a 9.5. I was probably criticized for not giving him a 10.
That performance and countless others have earned Greg Louganis the ultimate place in diving history.
There is no question that Greg is the greatest diver that ever lived to this point in time. And I just feel very fortunate that I was at the right place at the right time to be able to coach him, and not only to coach him, but to really sit back and enjoy and watch greatness in action.
Tonight, entering the University of Miami Sports Hall of Fame, Greg Louganis.